ma'am. The session was really, really so motivating, and the star of the show, and definitely you rocked it in your own way. And definitely our students would have gotten very big as a pandemic view. They would have got about an HR. What are the things are there in HR? What are the departments in HR? So basically, whenever we ask anybody like what is HR, they'll say they'll recruit, sir. They'll take us for job. They'll give us job and all those things. But they told us about many things: statutory, compliance, payroll, employee engagement, and many other departments you have covered, which will gives the idea about HR and all those things. And definitely, the upcoming session from the HR club is again going to be a question answer session from the second year MBA students.
Sure.
So they'll be asking you. They've kept some surprises for you. I'm not sure like what it is. Even it has not been told to me. So
Okay, great.
I would like to call upon Abhinaya from second year MBA from the HR club to present the session.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Abhinaya.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving us a beautiful speech regarding HR.
Also covered as a topic, ma'am, exclusive topic. That was also very nice.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
No issues. I always feel, it shouldn't be only subject. There has to be some motivation that I can do it for the students, because those are the future generations. So, it all lies with them. The coming generations is with them.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And since you are from learning and development and you are very much interested in training, you have trained us a lot. Definitely, we would like to have your session with you in our campus. Once everything gets settled, we should definitely visit our campus, ma'am. And due to this online only, we have got some very less crowd. Else, we would have a very, very great crowd with us. And people on left and right, they are asking me questions for the last 2 days. They are sending questions because we have got some almost like 90 to 100 questions we have got so far, and we
Okay.
have filtered out many questions, and then we are going to ask those questions to you. And Abhinaya, can you start?
Yes, sir. Is it audible now?
Yeah, it's audible now. You can start.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for giving us a wonderful speech. Actually, we have 2 rounds for you, ma'am. One, the HR club has prepared a set of 10 questions, and one is a rapid fire round. So first, we'll move on with the HR club questions, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, first question is, how work from home affect the psychological health of the employees? What are the steps taken by the company to make sure that the employees are staying focused, committed, and happy?
Okay, that's a very good question. People were initially happy to do this work from home, but once it started, there has been psychological emotions for the associates, because the total environment change, the entire setup is changed. So there are a lot of people would have to work continuously, but as you have to be in a room. You don't get to meet people. You don't get to meet your colleagues. We are all people. We are so close to meeting people on a day-to-day basis, and IT especially, what keeps you going is that meeting people, those chit chats, those coming, getting friends together, colleagues together. So that's how it always keeps you going. So this pandemic actually had gotten a lot of psychological issues, in terms of people were feeling very bored to sit and just look at the system, and they were not able to meet the people directly. Though there are a lot of technology advancements where we have a Microsoft Teams where people interact through a video conferencing mode and all that, but there were a lot of things that they felt a lot of stress was created. So that is why the role of the HR became so important in these times, that we had to create a lot of fun at work activities, bringing people together, virtual coffee connects. So we started a few initiatives that I would like to say is, we thought that the water cooler moments is what you call, when you go and step out to have a cup of water, you meet your colleague, you speak to them, and virtual coffee connects, like how you go to a canteen, you sit and chit chat. So we made it because people did not know how to start off with it. So we as an HR, as an enabler, did all that initiatives. We got in a counselor. People were also going through a lot of psychological stress, and few of the family members were affected by COVID. So they had to undergo all that mental stress. So there was a lot of increased counselors. There was a team called as a TCS Cares team, which is basically taking care of the people. So their job was to ensure that the psychological stress and all things were addressed, with a lot of counseling sessions, with a lot of programs. So we created a virtual coffee connect. We ensured that you both, the associate should come into a video mode, have a chit chat discussion, like how you kind of chit chat in offices. So we enabled all that. We had showcase your talent that was done through a virtual conference where people had their instruments, because if that was in office mode, it was very difficult to get their instruments and all that. So there were a lot of people where we actually understood the talents. You know, people were playing mridangam, guitar, violin, and they were dancing. You know, they had their costumes and all that. So these kind of initiatives from the HR angle, we got them, and now the things are going on. So we made it very streamlined, that every week there is going to be a showcase your talents. There is going to be the Coffee Connects happens regular basis. The TCS Cares team is available, so anyone can approach them at any point of time. So there were a lot of initiatives that we had gotten because of this pandemic situation. So the organization, we as HR enabled all these functions and activities for the associates.
Thank you, ma'am. It's actually nice to hear. And second question is, how work ethics of the employees is monitored during work from home?
Yeah, the biggest challenge that we are facing now is the security issues, because there are certain restrictions that you cannot use the system in such a way that you cannot copy a data of the organization into your personal laptop and all that. So there are a lot of security related ethics issues that had happened initially, and we had to do a lot of sessions making people aware that since you're working from home doesn't mean that the organization data is private. So we had to undertake a lot of sessions to make them aware how important security and ethics is during these kind of things. So again, the role of the HR was to create a lot of awareness to the associates. And we have reframed our policies in such a way that associates are liable if they do certain things, even work from home. So the policies were changed. The policies were meant to these situations.
Okay, ma'am. Third question is, employees feel that they work for longer hours in work from home than work from office. What is your point of view?
Yeah, people feel the only thing is, I would say that, if you ask me, if somebody gives me a work during this time, I can't go out, I can't do anything else. So I keep working, and end of it, I feel stressed out. So, the situation has been that people started working beyond the 9-hour schedule. They started working for more than 9 hours. And though the client also expects the same way, but now we have come out with, reframing the policies of work from home policies, that there is a defined hour. So if you work any beyond hour, it is your thing, we are not forcing you to do. So you are taking up it as your own responsibility that you want to work because you feel bored, right? But we tell associates, this is the defined hour. Just tell your manager that you will only work for this hour and you will not work for the other hours. So those redefinition of policies are in place, but people definitely work more hours, and that is also causing a lot of stress. So we are trying to bring in that, stringent rule of people should work only for 9.5, not beyond 10 hours and all that.
Okay, ma'am. And the next question is, what are the new leaves granted for work from home?
Okay, the biggest concern that we have is people are not taking leave because they are working from home, except the sick leave. Okay, earlier people used to go for a vacation, they take a vacation leave. So we have been in this for the past 6 months. From March till August, we are in this, and we did an analysis to see that the leaves needs to be revamped. The leave policy need to be revamped in such a way that we have to come in with forceful leave, because people don't take leaves because there is no need for them. So the organization is going to come with a mandatory leave policy, which are still in progress. We have not come out with that. But the concept of earned vacation, which we take it for a vacation leave and all that, is not being utilized, is not utilized for the past 6 months because people have not gone for a vacation. So there is a revamp in the policies, but what we understood is people were not taking leaves because there is no need for them because they're working from home. So the leave policies needs a lot of deliberation and changes, which is work in progress.
Okay. And fifth question is, how TCS is maintaining the records of employees' attendance and timing systems during work from home?
Okay, we asked people to download an app, so that was one thing that where HR also was part of this enabling process. So all the TCS laptops or desktops, there is an app, okay, so which they log into the system, it will capture the start time, and when they log off, it will capture the end time. But again, there are challenges that the system will run what all the documents, what all they work. So there are again challenges that people can log in and they don't log off at all, right? So if they don't log off at all, it will show that the person has worked for 24 hours. Okay. So what is being looked at is what is the activity. There would be an idle time. So all those are being captured. So this is something that TCS has come in very first to adapt to these thing of installing an app. It's called as a timesheet app in each of the system and an utility app in the system to identify the associates login time, logout time. And this is the way that we are monitoring the in time and out time of the associates.
Okay, ma'am. And what types of compensations are provided for the employees who work Form 5 list of holidays? What is the new norm?
As per the labor laws, we will have to give an compensatory holiday or a compensatory off. Okay, so if somebody works on August 15th, they will have to be given a compensatory off or a paid, or they will have to be paid for the day. So that is as per the labor laws and rules that we follow, and that is in place. So hope I answered your question.
So this is working for same now work from home also.
Yes, even from work from home, because it's somebody is working from home doesn't mean that they can work on August 15th. So if they work because of a client requirement, they would definitely need to be given an off in the coming week, or they need to be paid for that day.
Okay. Seventh question is there any changes in TCS salary structure or any new components are added for COVID-19? Example, like special allowance like that.
Yeah, we had given a special internet allowance for all the associates who are working from home because of the internet usage they would need to. There are a lot of policies that we are still revamping because, people would use air conditioner, people would use structure. So in the long term, we are planning, because as you would have heard it in the news, that TCS is going to adapt this model of 25-25, which means only 25% of the resources would be required in the offices, and the remaining people are required to be worked from home. So in that case, there is a lot of employee benefits that are being revamped and being reworked out in terms of providing them with ergonomic chairs, with terms of providing them with electricity, usages depending upon the a minimum amount on electricity bills and all that. So these are something that is in work in progress.
Okay. What will be the hiring process in TCS for upcoming MBA students?
Okay. MBA students hiring, yes, there is a more need for the young minds in the organization than for the experienced ones, because we always feel the young minds are the one who bring in a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of initiatives and ideas. So TCS recruits MBAs from few accredited institutes. For example, we go and sign up an accreditation memorandum with an institute. Only from those set of institutes we go and hire the MBAs. We have already taken the 2020 MBA batches, and they are going to come in. They've already come in. Their training program is going on. So we will definitely look forward for hiring MBAs in the coming years also. So this pandemic will not stop us from hiring. So we will continue hiring.
Kind of recruitment process, ma'am. So since this is a work from home, so recruitment will be going through online. Like what process is going through in online?
Okay, it's all online. You will have to be on a video conference mode. The tech panel, the management panel, the HR, all of them would be in the video conference mode. The associate would need to be on a video conference mode, and we will take a screenshot of it that the associate, so that we have a record. So whoever has done the interview is the one who's going to come and join, right? So all that everything is going to be video conference digital mode, but we ensure that more of ethics related process are being worked out on that.
Okay, ma'am. Since the pandemic has left us this virtual world, will TCS bring decentralization to overcome the prevailing solution?
Decentralization in the sense?
Bringing one office for all the branches together.
Okay, maybe we would call it as agile offices. So we are looking at revamping the offices in such a way that anyone can work from any office. It is not necessary that you will have to work in one office. For example, if somebody works in Tidal Park office, they don't have to, I'm just saying an example of Chennai. So they don't have to go ahead and work out of Tidal Park. If there are offices which are nearby their home, they can go work out from there. But all these are in work in progress. We have to change our office to make it more agile way of working. So all these are in progress. So this would be definitely the way forward.
Okay. Final question. Without any employee in the office, do you still think HR have their role importance in the office, or they are overhead expenses?
Definitely, I feel my workload has increased during this pandemic situation, more from work from home. Because if you're in office, you just go meet people, tell them what needs to be done, things get completed. But now in this situation, the role of HR has become more that you will have to stay connected with associate to ensure their employee well-being, their health, their safety. So the role of HR has become more important, especially in the work from home mode. And everyone look forward for HR. I would say people know me 80%, but now 100% of the associates know me. So that's where the visibility of HR has increased, and there is a lot of recognition for HR because at TCS level, we ensured we call 450,000 associates one-on-one, speak to them, understand their health, their safety, well-being. So that was a big initiative that was done by HR. So I feel the role of HR has become more stressful and it's more visible now. So that's how I would look at the role of a HR going forward.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, we have come to an end with the HR club questions, and now we'll go to the rapid fire round, ma'am.
Okay.
So, yeah, Raghu, next slide, please. Yeah. So, which is better for employees, ma'am? Is it work from home or work from office?
I would say work from home.
Okay. Next slide, Raghu. Okay. For in the employee point of view, is like work from home is a hard work for them or a smart work for them?
People are working hard from work from home. They should make it more smart work because that's going to be the in thing or the new trend going forward. So they need to adapt, move from hard work to smart work.
Next, please. Yeah. So attrition rate has got reduced after this pandemic. Your opinion?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So, like, any new method for employee retention in this work from home, ma'am? Any new strategies or anything?
People feel that they are with their families most of the time. So there's some sense of well-being, some sense of they feel good at the end of the day. So in terms of retention methods, we are looking at giving a mandatory leave because something that people don't take it in this current things. So that's what I could think of it at this point of time.
Okay, ma'am. So next slide. Yeah. So few words about.
Okay, if TCS as an organization is running successfully, it's all because of him, JRD Tata, and all that, because he's a man of ethics. So if you want to be and if you look somebody, for me, he's definitely an inspiring personality, and he's very down to earth. So I would like to definitely put across a situation where we had been to Munnar for a vacation. So Mr. Ratan Tata was also there. So I was so excited. We were all in the same guest house. So I just went and met him and I said, sir, I'm from TCS. He could have said, oh, good, nice meeting you, and he could have left. But he took time. He spent time with me to understand what am I doing, what is the role that am I doing. He spoke with my family, he spoke with my sons, and it was one of the memorable experience. So I would say he's one of the most down-to-earth personality, and I'm sure you should learn more about him. Right. So thanks for bringing this. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. We have come to an end of session, ma'am. We are so much happy about you being presenting us in this leadership lab, ma'am, and it was very useful for most of the HR student because the next year we'll be starting our careers with jobs. So thank you for sharing your knowledge, time, and experience, ma'am. And there are a few
questions.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Ranjit sir will just come and let you know.
Okay.
Thank you, Abhinya. Thank you so much for your beautiful session from your HR club. The questions were so sensible, and few questions were in depth. You were asking about some statutory complaints about Form 5 and all. I'm really happy to see questions are very, very important and valuable. And thank you so much, Abhinya, once again. And I'd like to share two instances at this point about TCS because I'm also an ex-TCS employee. So I'd like to share two instances. Point number one is when I was in my placements, when I'm from my college days, whenever I asked my placement officer, sir, why so many girls are alone joining in HR, and I can see only beautiful girls are there in HR, but why, sir, I should not take HR? Then my placement officer told, no, you better take marketing, you don't go for HR. I said, sir, I was very, very interested in HR. Why should I not take HR? So he said, no, you take marketing, but still I was taking HR. And I did my things in HR. That's why I'm very passionate about HR. This is one instance. And second instance, which I would like to share is when I was with TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, I was with Spencer's Plaza at 5th floor. And one instance, we had some employee engagement session, and my managers and everybody took me to the lobby where JRD Tata's photos was there, and we were about to take a picture. As a fresher, I was very eager to take a picture near him, and because I can even show off to my friends that I am from TCS and all those things as a kid. But immediately the HR was running towards us and stopping us, saying that no, this is a very very copyrighted picture. You can't take a photo in front of Jan Tata. I was thinking it's just a photo, ma'am. I said no, 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 no. It is copyrighted. You have ethics, Ranjit. You should not cross the ethics. And that day, I've understood how much Tatas were very much towards ethics, and each and every things which they do, the coloring, branding session, the internal communications part, whatever it's from the HR. Obviously, I can even remember few names from my HR, Stephen Matthew, and all those people who have been with me. And they are even still closer to me. Even they've been connected with my Facebook and Instagram, and even with LinkedIn a lot. So for my HR passion, I would say like I've got inspired from TCS, and we have got a couple of people who are there working in TCS. Now they've got resigned and again joined ISSM to complete their MBA. So here we have Kirtana as a student, 2.5 years she older experience in TCS, and we've got Niteshi who have done her internship in TCS for recruitment. She has learned many things. I've got many people from TCS here, even ISSM. And TCS is always, whenever I say TCS, is one memorable days which I will not never forget. And my Spencer's days even come to my mind. And HR is one of the beautiful profession. I say many people still think that HRs always come to the desk and they go to the cafeteria. Then again they go back to their home. They think, but definitely it's not. Whenever I joined into HR, I felt that huge responsibility towards the employees and all those things. And even statutory complaints, Shops and Establishment Act, Factories Act, Labours Act, and all these things, you will have some many things towards your employee as well as for the employer. You have the bridge actually. So all the HR students who are aspiring to become a HR, you will be like a bridge between the employer and the employee, and your role is very big. And I've seen Abhinay asking a question, ma'am, what is the role of HR here? It is an overhead. Definitely, I'll not say it is the biggest investment of a company to hold a HR in a company, and definitely it's not going to be an overhead at any point in time. And as Bhagalakshmi ma'am said, the role and importance of HR has increased nowadays, and it has not reduced, because you need to manage the employees. Because sitting at home, if you ask me as a married guy, I'm holding laptop in one hand, and the other hand my daughter talking, making this session itself is a great thing actually. So we'll have to handle family pressure, the work-life balance. You need to have a big thing, but HR plays a vital role. And thank you so much for second year students and first year students. You've got a beautiful questions today, and thank you so much, ma'am. Few words about our leadership lab. How was it before we go into the questions session from the audience? How was the leadership lab, ma'am?
No, this is very exciting because I could see a lot of enthusiasm from all these students. I feel the first year, second years, there's a lot of excitement. The activity, that initial activity itself tells me, though I said 5, I was expecting people should go beyond 5, and that's where it is. People didn't restrict because I only said 5. They didn't stop with 5. People were forthcoming, and that's the important aspect of a management student. So I really thank all of you for taking out time on a Sunday. I hope I didn't waste your time. I hope you look at the thing as a useful thing. At least some valid points, at least the ikigai part of it will definitely stay in your mind whenever you think of the passion part. So it's an excellent opportunity for me, and thanks Ranjit, and thanks Bhargavi ma'am and Kadir sir for this opportunity. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And we'll just have some quick questions from the first years and second years from the crowd based on
Sure.
Guys, post your questions. We've got only 5 golden questions, so you can post all your questions, and I'll pick the golden questions and I'll ask on behalf of you. Or else, if you want, you can raise your hand. I can ask the questions. Come on, guys, please post your questions quickly.
Okay. One question I could see is, I have one doubt. If a fresher is joining as a new employee, what are the challenges for him? Yeah. So everything is now virtual. We have started with virtual hiring. We have started with virtual onboarding. We have onboarded few associates. So what is being done, as soon as the associate joins, the first person whom they come in contact is the HR. So again, the role of HR has become very important. The contact details of the associates, everything, is being shared with them. And we are all always online. There is this Microsoft Teams, so an HR is always there online. So we don't restrict with one HR, because now we do not know if somebody gets COVID. So we do not know who will go on leave and all that. So we give 2 or 3 HR details to the associates. So we ensure that there is a seamless onboarding for associates. So virtual onboarding has been done in this period. And we felt that people were feeling more belonging. They felt that they had a seamless onboarding, especially in the virtual mode, because if it's in office, they would have to go to one department to other for a laptop and all that. So before they join, the laptop is ready for them. They know who's their manager, they know who's their HR, they know what needs to be done. So the prescribed set of things are already shared with them. So that's the answer for that. And okay. In the decade or two, artificial intelligence and data science going to conquer our work. Is that not a cause for unemployment? Okay, I know I wanted somebody to ask this question. Thanks for bringing this out. We always think if it is digital, we will lose our job. Okay, so just take examples. Earlier, we were using the phones, right? The normal handset phones. And then we started off PSTN phones, and now we started using mobile phones, and now the WhatsApp, and now the Facebook and all that. Instagram, Twitter. So how do you think? Do you think that though there is the BSNL phones or the normal PSTN phones have come down, but do you think the opportunity is less or more? The opportunity is more, because if there are a lot of new things that is coming in the gig model. It's like the Uber, whoever wants can take a car. We never thought calling a call taxi will be this easy. Right? So this is not definitely going to lead to unemployment unless you don't step up or scale up yourself to the expectations of the industry and being a digital savvy person. So that's the only one thing that I would feel in that. How did you find your ikigai? Okay, so my ikigai is basically, I like interacting with people. I like talking to people. I never knew that I can do these sessions. I can get involved myself into getting into all these kind of passion related work. So I knew that I got into the HR. I was basically a science student, and I had to take up MBA because there was a twist in my career. So I don't think I can explain to you at this point of time. Maybe once I meet you all in person, I can explain why did I take a science and why did I landed up in MBA. So it's because I didn't have a proper mentor. That's what I would say. So after I took up my MBA and I landed into the HR, that is when I realized my passion is more of being with people, connecting with people, talking to them, training people. So that's where I decided, and I found my ikigai was more of dealing with people. Okay. Okay. What are all the qualities that you will note when you hire a person? You judge them. The important qualities depends. Basically, one thing is, we look forward for very good communication skills. So if somebody feels that you definitely need to improve your communication skills, please take up. There are a lot of things that are there now. During virtual mode, you can improve your communication skills. So one thing is, from an IT organization, communication skills, ability to be flexible. They shouldn't say that, no, I will only work from 9 to 5. No, if the client requirement is to work from 10 to 6 or from 11 to 8, you have to be ready, especially for a fresher. That's what is more important, that you have to be very flexible. You need to have a passion to learn. So those are the 3 things that we look at it from the HR angle, and being how honest you are. So if you have a problem, we wanted you to bring it out in the beginning, saying that, if you do not want to move to Hyderabad, your placement is in Hyderabad. When we say your placement is in Hyderabad, you say yes initially, and after joining, you say, no, I cannot work out of Hyderabad, and you want a transfer. That is something we don't expect it. We want you to be very transparent in the initial phase itself. So one last question, are employees scared about job security? Currently, people are really scared about job security. That is why the retention percentage has also come down, because they don't want to switch jobs at this point of time. So people are really scared, but this will not, though the demands have come down for retail, travel, hospitality, those projects, because, there is no travel. So there is no need for people to work in the travel and hospitality department. And the retail, all shopping is going to be online shopping. So the demands have changed. The needs of the people have changed. So we now need to tune yourself into those things than worry about the job security. So yes, people are really worried of that. And hence people don't want to switch jobs at this point of time. but this too shall pass. This is just a phase of our life. We only need to look at it that way and keep going. Right. So I'm done with questions.
Yes.
Anything else? Yeah.
Yes, almost, ma'am. Almost you have covered all the maximum questions.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for all the questions and sessions, ma'am. And few words about ISSM and students, ma'am. How do you feel? What was the feedback about this session?
It was a very interactive session because the questions from the HR club was very, it was a level, it was a different level altogether. I would say a level, that's how it is. So excellent questions. And I enjoyed that rapid fire round. So this is the first time that somebody had posed me a rapid fire round. So I was really excited for that. And I could really see that, the way that people were asking questions, and with the questions that I could see, the students are definitely going to be the excellent, future stars of, in the coming generation. So I wish all of them very best, and stay safe and take care. And you can reach out to me for any guidance that you feel. You can definitely reach out to me. Whatever best I can help you out, I will definitely do it. Yeah. So students are really great, Ranjit sir. Awesome.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your patience in session, handling all the questions so effectively. And this is what our students also should learn: the effective way of handling the people. And you handle all the questions and the people very, very effectively. And we see a very good leadership skill in you, and that's why Tata has also been having you in a very great position. And I wish your blessings and your guidance will be there for our students. As you said, we'll definitely have you in our campus very shortly once this pandemic gets over by the God's grace. And in another session, we are going to have you in a very different manner. And our HR club always leads the institution in very different ways. And thank you so much for participating. I would like to call upon Lokeshwari for giving the vote of thanks.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon, sir. Our beloved students, respect, sir, and our honorable chief guest, it is an honor and privilege to have been asked to propose the vote of thanks. On behalf of ISSM B School and the entire supporting crew, would like to thank everyone for joining us today and making this start a great beginning. I thank our chief guest, Mrs. Nahalakshmi Karthikeyan, the Assistant General Manager, the Human Resource, Tata Consultancy Service, to share her valuable time, knowledge, and experience with our students. Thank you for motivating and guiding us in the leadership lab. It is an honor and a great privilege to have you in the leadership lab. I would like to thank our chairman, Sir Mr. Kadir Ganapati Appan, founder and managing director Dr. Parkavi Ma'am, and the director Mr. Rahul Ramachandran to encourage and support students by offering enormous opportunities to develop our skills. Last but not at the least, I thank the students of ISSM family for making this leadership lab a great success. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time and patience for the sharing us, even in your busy schedule. Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you so much, students. Thank you so much. Thanks so much to our college chairman, sir, our founder and director, ma'am, managing director, ma'am, Parkavi, ma'am, and director from Rahul, and all the students and the faculties here who are present here. And we have been ensuring 96% attendance from the batches, and that is one of the beautiful things which I would like to share about our students as well, ma'am. 96% even in a Sunday, because Monday to Sunday they have a class, but Saturday and Sunday also they come here. So this is what one thing. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thanks for making my Sunday most engaged one and a memorable one. I really enjoyed spending this Sunday more in an engaged manner. So thanks for this wonderful opportunity, and wishing you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.